Okay, hi. It's actually less a question. I was asked to speak about the issue of clean air equality, so I've got. It's not too long. It's a couple of minutes long. Okay, here we go. As Londoners, we all want clean air, right?
Yep.
But the LTNs in Hackney have created pollution corridors and deepened the division between people who were lucky enough to have clean air and the people who now have to breathe toxic air day and night. I live with two small children under 7 on Graham Road, which is now a traffic gridlock zone at peak hours, with 2 to 3 times more congestion thanks to the council's unfair low traffic networks. It's also far busier and noisier at night and throughout the night, especially since the COVID restrictions were lifted. Frankly, I'm worried for the health of my children, as are my neighbours who are here, especially those with young families, because we know that pollution kills. On congested roads like Dalston Lane and Graham Road, nitrogen dioxide levels regularly exceed the legal limit of 40 recommended by the EU. Children are particularly at risk, and I quote the Council's own 2019 Clean Air Action Plan. In highly polluted areas, children can suffer from permanently damaged lungs and increased risk of developing asthma and bronchitis. I moved to Graham Road 18 years ago, and I knew it was busy, but the congestion was tolerable because crosstown traffic was diffused across 3 roads, Graham, Richmond and Dalston Lane. Richmond Road, an Ordnance Survey main through route, was never that busy anyway, especially after the restriction hours came in. So all the LTNs have done is create bottlenecks. Graham Road is now hell at rush hour, with stop-start traffic queues eastbound, stretching back as far as Facet Square. We also know that idling engines cause many times more air pollution and particulates than free-flowing traffic, and that affects the whole borough. The London Fields LTN consultation showed that 58%, the majority local residents, are against the road closures because they displace pollution rather than getting rid of it, but the council don't seem to be listening. They're going ahead. They don't seem to care about the people who have to live or study on sacrificial roads. But there are schools like Mossbourne and Queensbridge Primary and nurseries on these roads. Gayhurst is quite close, yeah. And my kids go to Gayhurst, but we have to, we live on the road and cross over it all the time. Is it fair that these children are now exposed to unacceptable levels of pollution? Meanwhile, the residents of roads like Richmond enjoy an 85% reduction in traffic. No wonder they're delighted. But is that right, that people who live on quieter streets with more expensive housing stock now enjoy next to zero traffic, while the less well-off living on already busy roads have to suffer worse pollution than before? Is that progress?
No.
No. And why is it that the council has put a real-time air quality monitor at vast expense on Richmond Road but hasn't installed one on Graham Road or on Dalston Lane?
Or Amherst Road.
Or Amherst Road.
Pembury Circus.
Exactly. Is it because they know the data will be damning?
Yes.
Personally, I don't trust the pollution figures they released to date. The increase of 23% from Graham, for example, was recorded using auto traffic counters, those rubber lines on the road, which are only supposed to record moving traffic, so they're virtually useless in traffic queues. And did they take the RAC's 25% drop in traffic due to COVID into account?
No.
No. They haven't responded to my information request, and I doubt they will, because the council want to put out the message that LTNs are a roaring success.
What a lie.
We also suspect their data is skewed, as neighbours witnessed counts being taken at night, or when feeder roads in Islington were closed, and other bias adjustment tricks to average out the pollution to acceptable levels. And what we do know is that there are an extra 3,700 cars per day on Ballspond Road heading to Hackney Central, and that the pollution count at that junction regularly leaps to dangerous levels above 60. Isn't it time the council put in place proper congestion monitoring for busy boundary roads, including the dangerous effects of engine idling? They must be more transparent with their data, how, when and where they're recording it. In their Clean Action Plan, Hackney pledged to tackle air pollution on its busier roads, not to increase it. Surely there are better solutions. Out-of-town traffic surcharges, hour restrictions, better public transport and electric car infrastructure. And for the record, I have never owned a car. I'm a lifelong environmental campaigner and cyclist. The irony is I can't even cycle down Graham Road anymore in the afternoons. I'm forced onto the pavements. And I'm not against the closure of school streets or minor roads in LTNs where it makes sense. In fact, I'm all for a greener Hackney. What I am against is this lazy, unfair, unhealthy and badly thought through greenwash. So I'll be fighting the council for the reversal of the Richmond Road LTN. And I think we should all demand cleaner air for all in Hackney,
Yes.
not just for the lucky ones.
Just so that everyone knows, we after people have spoken, if there are any questions or any other observations, feel free to stick your hand up. We've got a mic going round.